Hello friends, welcome to my houseplant tour of my bedroom cum office room. I have kept some of the large tropical plants here. This room is of east facing and it gets more light than my living room, and hence I kept plants that need more light in this room. I have kept my plants on the top shelf and the bottom shelf is occupied by my son for his Lego toys. Okay, let's start the tour now. The first plant you see is my pride and joy, Philodendron rojo Congo. The stems of these leaves will be red in color. Even the new leaves will start in red and slowly turn into a green. This gives a beautiful tropical look to your room. I bought it in a nursery in San Jose, and over the years it's grown so big that I have to keep rocks on top of the soil so that it doesn't tip over. That's how a new leaf bud will look like. The next plant is Schefflera arboricola. This plant is also called as an umbrella plant. I bought it in a 2-inch pot just for $2 at Lowe's. It's a very small pot, and over the year it has grown to such a large plant. This plant needs a bright light. If you give a lot of light, it will grow much nicer. You can also make bonsai out of this plant if you are a bonsai enthusiast. The next plant to that is a variegated peperomia obtusifolia. This is like a succulent. You have to water this plant very sparingly. Again, I got this plant from a nursery in Sanol. This needs a lot of bright light. The more light you give, the leaves will be bigger and the variegation will be stronger. This is also called as a baby rubber plant. The leaves are very thick and it holds water. Hence, you have to water this very less. Next to that is a great tropical plant called white bird of paradise. If you give a lot of bright light, it will produce a white color flower which will look like a bird. You can even keep it in a direct sun, this plant, and the leaves will just look like a banana leaf. If you want to add a lush tropical look to your room, then this big leaf plant is a plant to go. I bought it at a $10 at Home Depot, and just within 1.5 years it has produced a lot of new leaves to me. Next to that is a dracena marginata. This plant has a leaf that has a purple color margin. That's why it's called marginata. This needs a lot of bright light and it can grow into a very tall 6 feet plant also. In the same pot, I also have a dracena sucrulosa, also called as a spotted gold dust dracena. The next one is a pothos. This is a variety Snow Queen. Compared to the Marble Queen, this has much more variegation. As you can see, the leaves are much more whiter and yellow in color. Since it has a less green to photosynthesis, this will be a slow growing plant. I got it in a 4-inch pot, but since a little bit of overwatering, I have to reduce into a smaller pot size. It's doing fine, but it needs a lot of bright light. I got it in a nursery in San Jose, California here. Next to that is a plant called Song of India. This is of dracena variety, which has a beautiful yellow colored border. This is an easy plant to take care of, but it needs bright light. I bought this plant in a nursery in Sanol, and originally I bought it in a 4-inch pot. Now it's in 6-inch pot and it's grown bigger. That's a view of the plants on the table next to my office. The desk I use for my work is height adjustable using electrical motor. I sometimes stand and work next to these gorgeous plants. Now let's see the plants that are hanging from the top using macrame hangers. The next plant on the top left is Philodendron brasil. As it has the colors of the Brazil flag, it is named so. Some of the leaves are fully yellow in color, and it's a very easy plant to take care of. I bought it in a 4-inch pot at Home Depot, and over the year it has grown significantly and looks very beautiful. If you give more light, the leaves will grow bigger. The next plant to that is Pothos Enjoy. This is a beautiful green and white variegation. This plant needs a lot of bright light. Just like Snow Queen, this needs extra care, and you have to be very careful that you shouldn't overwater this plant. Originally it was in 4-inch pot. As it has grown bigger, I've repotted it into a 6-inch pot. I also spray painted this pot into a white color. I want to briefly show into my son's bedroom where he has a variegated rubber plant next to his study table. That completes the tour of my bedroom houseplant tour. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.